So audit documentation is also called as working papers. Why do we collect working papers? Why do we document? Because for future reference, if at all somebody is asking you, have you really done audit? Have you really did audit or not? If someone is asking you, you need to show this. So that set of collection, that set of documents that we are collecting, we call it as audit documentation. This audit documentation can be in two forms in real. Now I'm telling completely about practical perspective. The documentation can be of two types. Soft copy documentation, which is actually a major portion. In our entire audit, a major portion occupies only by soft copy. Our entire major data of our audit, whatever the audit we did, major portion will be soft copy. And hard copy. Hard copy means paper form. So this will also occupy a minor portion. Minor portion of our audit, whatever working papers will be in the form of hard copy. So first, let me explain you how soft copy documentation works out. How soft copy documentation really works out. You would have heard there is a database called as HDBMS. HDBMS, Hierarchical Database Management System. You would have heard in IT. Same hierarchical database management system we follow. What is that hierarchical database management system that we follow in audit offices? What is that system that we follow in auditor offices? Any auditor office you take for the matter, there will be a server. There will be a server. See, for this domain name will be there something. Suppose if at all we maintain a server, probably the domain name will be Shrestha. So domain name will be Shrestha. It will actually have some IP address. So that domain name is Shrestha. Getting it? So server. You open the server. There will be some folders. Clients folders and office related folders, means our office related information, not clients related. Again, you open clients folder, you will have multiple clients. You will have company clients. We will have companies as our clients. We will have firms or LLPs as our clients. We will have AOP or BOI or societies or trust as our client, or we may have some individual clients, natural human beings, individuals as our clients. And as we are discussing audit concept from the angle of companies, let us proceed with companies. Again, if you open companies folder, there will be multiple companies, A Limited, B Limited, C Limited. These are our clients with whom we are doing audits. Some D Private Limited, okay, and E Private Limited. Some companies we have. Let us assume we are doing audit of C Private Limited. C Private Limited. If I open that folder, again I will have, I am the auditor from them from almost past 10 years. So I will be having financial year 18-19, financial year 19-20, financial year 2021. 2021 audit we have not yet started, but 19-20 audit we finished. What is there in that 19-20 folder? If I open that 19-20 folder, again there are some folders. Statutory audit folder, because we are the statutory auditors under Companies Act. That is also nothing but called as company audit folder. We are also income tax auditor, tax audit folder. We are also GST auditor, so GST audit folder. These three folders. You open statutory audit folder. There are subfolders again. First we did risk assessment procedure. We did what? Risk assessment procedures. So that folder will be there. Inside the risk assessment procedure, sub-items are like initial meeting with the client. Some file is there. This may be a Word document. See, this is a file. There is a difference between file and folder. File means the information wherever it contains is called file. Folder means the files where it can be stored is called folder. Getting it? Paper is a file. Folder means that that box, that is folder. So holder of files is called as folder. Simple. Okay, fine. Initial meeting discussion, I recorded it in Word copy. That will be there. Some company background data. This is a folder. Inside this, I'm having a MOA copy, AOA copy, so many other company background related stuff. All that I've gathered. All that entire files I kept in which folder? Risk assessment folder. I will keep it. Then immediately our main CA employee has started opening balance verification. What he started is opening balance verification. This is another folder, opening balance verification folder. This is another folder, opening balance verification. What he did in opening balance, suppose if you see opening balance verification folder, if you open that, there are mainly two files. Trial balance as on 1/4/2019. Last year audited balance sheet as on 31st March 2019. These two copies were there. And there is a third file, comparison document. Comparison document. These three files are there in opening balance folder. This is where I did verification. This is what my verification related working. This is my verification related workings, auditors workings. This is the data given by client. This is the data given by client. This is the data given by client. This is my actual verification. That is in the opening balance verification. Again, so now you see what are the folders we have: risk assessment procedure, another folder, opening balance verification, another folder, transaction audit folder, transaction verification folder. Now the company is dividing transactions into 5 types. The company divides the transaction: purchases, sales, payments, receipts, and journals. I've told you in the books of accounts explanation. The company, whatever the transaction which is not a purchase, which is not a sale, which is not a payment, which is not a receipt, which is not a, which is not a receipt, is nothing but a journal. Getting it? Again, if I open purchase folder, in purchase folder, if I open again, there are some more files. Purchase register. Purchase register means entire purchases data, which is maintained by client accounting software. This is provided by client, which is Excel sheet. Purchase register. Now I need to do sample selection. So sample selection file from the purchase register. I copied that entire data into another Excel sheet, and I randomly selected. I would have selected in a simple random sampling, or I would have selected in some other method of sampling. Sample selection items will be there. Then on that sample, whatever I've selected, I should verify them right. My verification, purchase verification details. This is the third file. This is our actual workings. This is also our actual working. This is sample related. This is one client data. Same way if you open sales, similar items will be there. Payments, similar items will be there. Receipts, journals, everything, similar items will be there. Again, now you see like risk assessment procedure folder, opening balance verification. I've told you already what will be there in RAP, what will be there in OBV, and inside transaction audit, purchase verification. I've told you, sales verification, similar items. Then we have another one, assets and liabilities. If you open assets and liabilities folder, no, it has some again subfolders. Assets folder, liabilities folder. Assets folders, liabilities folder. I open assets folder. There are again two more. Non-current assets folder, current assets folder. Again, if I open non-current assets folder, there are again two more folders. Fixed assets, investments. Again, if I open fixed assets, there are two more folders. Tangible assets, intangible assets. Again, if I open tangible assets folder, fixed asset register, which is an Excel sheet given by the company. This is a company register. Sir, what are all the assets you have? Where are you maintaining database? That entire database will be there in the fixed asset register Excel sheet. This is the register which they provide. Now out of this, I will select some sample. And I will apply audit procedure on that sample. Means some items of samples I'll go and physically verify. I will verify computation of depreciation. I will verify valuation of fixed asset. I will verify accounting estimates. What is the life they have chosen? What is the residual value that they have applied? Is revaluation is there? Is impairment loss is there? In multiple angles I will apply. This is my actual audit workings. In this way, I maintain my entire audit work. I have told you at the beginning of this chapter, audit plan. Whatever each area is there, no? For each area, you will find a copy in the audit report. Now you see, am I following a systematic culture or not for saving the data? I'm not just, bringing the Excel sheet and saving somewhere. I am organizing it. And then saving it. Just a minute. Yeah, sorry. So for every working you have, you will have this kind, I mean, for whatever the work that you are doing, you will be having this kind of structured database. Now you see why I called this as hierarchical database management system. You see here, there is first of all server. This is the parent file. This is parent folder. This is parent folder. Parent folder is also called as root folder. If you remember in IT, these are subfiles, subroot folders, subparents. These are all child folders inside that. You see, if I maintain a systematic culture like this, tomorrow you are an article, you leave this forum, somebody will come and join. Suppose I call them, Mr. A, go, so, I mean, open our server, open C Limited. I want financial year 1920 purchase related sample selection print out. Do I need to tell him what is the path of the file? Do I need to tell him the path? Not required. Why? You have maintained a systematic culture. What he will do? He will open. Okay, I open server. Sir told me to open C Limited. Okay, clients. C Limited means companies. 1920 year, he said, so 1920. He said purchase working means statutory audit open. So purchases means transaction audit, transactions. See, if you maintain in a systematic way like this, see, it will be easy for retrieval. You know what is the objective of the database management system? If someone asks you, what is the objective of database management system? Objective is what? So many say confidentiality, integrity, availability. So many will say confidentiality, integrity, availability as objective of database management. There is another objective, easy retrieval. Easy retrieval. Retrieval of database management system. See, if you store the data like anything in the computer, if you store just randomly like anything in the computer, just you're downloading, saving somewhere. But tomorrow, after a week, if you want to take out that file from the computer, if you don't remember if you don't follow a systematic database system, you don't retrieve it properly within time. If you follow a structured system, if you follow a structured database management system, you can easily retrieve the data. Are you getting it? All of you. Suppose you see, I will show you how I maintain materials database. Shrestha materials and source materials. This is materials. I maintain again subject wise. Suppose law. I mean, I'll open auditing. Suppose auditing. Again, class notes, I will have all these items in the class notes. Again, I'll have PDF, whatever the converted PDF, which I will share with you, I'll have. Practical documents, I will save it all this year. Annual reports, I'll save here. So I'm following a systematic. Suppose if I somewhere save it, randomly somewhere, wherever I download, I save there. If I mix all the documents, what will happen? For me, if I want to pick out exactly Reliance audit report, now if someone asks me, hey, open Shrestha materials, open P6 paper, open practical documents, yeah, there you find annual report, open that. Easy. If I save somewhere, saving anywhere, I mean simply keeping the file anywhere, keeping the file somewhere. Both may take the same time. But if you want to retrieve, keeping the file somewhere takes lesser time than keeping the file anywhere. That's called structured system. That's called a systematic culture. So audit documentation should be very systematic in this way. This is soft copy documentation. Now tomorrow, after I did audit, client over, even I left that company. After 2 years, some regulatory authority coming and questioning me, sir, the company which you did audit is now liquidated, is now insolvent. What you are doing? Have you done audit properly? If someone asks me that question, yes sir, we did audit, we are having workings. Show me your workings. Sir, give me 1 month time, I will retrieve and get back. No, they don't give time. You have to keep it immediately. You have to give them immediately. Unless you maintain a structured database like this, how can you retrieve immediately? That's why a systematic culture has to be followed. This is soft copy documentation. Sometimes some documents we don't take soft copy. We want hard copy. Example, rental agreements, declarations from the company, Audit report given by us. Audit report given by us. Financial statements of the company. These all will be obviously will be in the hard copy. I will take physical copies of these items. Example of these items, I will always take physical copies. When I want physical copies, tell me. When I want when I want physical copies I can't store electronically. I have to store it in physical file. Now let us discuss hard copy documentation. So hard copy documentation. So there will be two categories of files, like normal physical files. Box file will be there, flat file will be there. Mostly we maintain for audits box file. Small clients, small income tax related works, we maintain flat file, depending upon the size of the collection of papers. If the collection of papers is too heavy, too huge, we maintain box file. Box file will be ranging from 50 to 200 rupees price. Quality. It will be like a strong kind of like a grip will be there, clips will be there inside that. Okay, you have to punch and keep it. Everything. I've told you how to punch the paper, how to pin the paper in the beginning class also I've told you. So like how do we have a box file? So this is a box file. If you open, it will be like this. If you close, it will be like this. Like this is a box file. If you close, if you open, there will be a clip like this. Getting it? If you press this clip, the clips will open. Getting it? Now, whatever the document you are collecting physically, if you feel this has to be stored only in physical format, why to that extent? Audit plan I've told you, no, audit plan I've told you. Remember, if you remember audit plan, I'll show you again audit plan. The audit plan has to be signed. The audit plan has to be signed by everybody. So this audit plan has to be signed. Let us assume CA X will sign, CA Y will sign, CA W will sign, CA A will sign, CA B will sign. Mr. A will sign the audit report. This audit plan. Mr. B has to sign it. Mr. C has to sign it. So they have to sign it, no? Why they have to sign it? Why they have to sign it? Mr. X is an engagement partner. He is an audit manager. Some CAW is some senior article assistant. Of course, instead of CA, we will change Mr. Senior article, his junior article assistant, paid assistant. Don't try to match the names, just randomly. They have to sign it here. This document plan has to be taken out as a printout, final plan after updating everything, after completing the audit, take a printout of the plan. First you take the draft plan. First at the time, once you prepare the plan, take a draft plan. After again finishing, take final plan. Both should be taken printout. On the final plan, everybody has to sign. On the draft plan also, everybody has to sign. After signing that copy, where you have to keep? Can you throw away? If someone asks you, how did you plan and do the audit? Where is the plan? Sir, soft copy. No, I want signed copy. Where is the proof that only Mr. C is there? Where is the proof that Mr. W only have conducted this work? Sir, if you see the physical copy, they have signed it, which shows that it is that they did the work. It holds them responsibility. It holds them accountability. That's why the plan has to be signed by all the team members. And the printed one, the physical hard copy paper, I need to keep it in. The folder, the box file, where whatever I'm opening, there I need to keep it. So what I will do, again, keeping papers in the box file, you should follow a structure. Keeping papers in the file, you should follow a structure. Suppose I open the box file. Let us assume this box file capacity is 300 pages. This box file capacity is 300. It can hold 300 pages, round figure. So first thing what I will do is I will whatever the documents I collect under risk assessment procedure, whatever documents I collect under risk assessment procedure, I will first keep all those papers. Then whatever data related to, again below risk assessment, then audit plan printout, I will keep it here. Then opening balance verification workings I will keep. Then I will keep purchase verification workings. Then I will keep sales related workings. Then I will keep, sir, what if the file already become full? Open second file. This is working paper file 1. Another file, if you open working paper file 2, same financial year 1920, financial year 2021. Financial year 2021. So this is a physical box copy, box file. This one also you have to keep it in a structured manner. Now again, we will use color stickers. Hope you know that those are called as bookmarks, color stickers. You can get it, bookmarks, Camlin one. Okay, you just stick that on that. You can write something and stick that on the, okay, RAP. There you can just keep RAP. You write RAP on a green color sticker and stick at the edge of the page. Purchase verification at the edge of the page, you stick. Like how the sticker should be stick. No, suppose if you see, if you open the file, the pages will look in the uniform direction. Here somewhere bottom, here it will contain RAP. Here some yellow color, some purchase verification, purchase vouchers. Here again some orange color, some sales. Here some again some color. So if I want to go to that particular purchase workings, I can directly look at the sticker exactly and I can turn the pages completely. These are actually called as bookmarks. These are actually called as bookmarks. You are all using all this. It is not something you're learning for the first time. If you remember in your childhood, if you remember in a single notebook, suppose especially science notebook, if you see, you divide the book into two parts. The middle page of the book, if you remember, you fold it in such a way, it forms a triangle shape. It forms a triangle shape. And backside of this, you write chemistry. You write chemistry. What you are showing, what are you showing here? Until that physics, later on chemistry. You maintain this kind of file separators. These are actually called as bookmarks or separators. Within a folder, paper separators. If you see 6-in-1 subject book, 6-in-1 diary. 6-in-1 diary, if you see, some 20 pages will be there. Again, there will be a color page. Again, 20 pages will be there. Again, there will be another color page. Again, 20 pages, white pages will be there. Again, there will be a color page. Those color pages are separators. So that kind of separation technique we have to follow even when you're maintaining the file in a physical format. This is hard copy documentation. Even like bookmarks, how we do bookmarks, you know, we corner of the page, we fold the corner of the page. If you remember, if you have to remember that page, you just fold that page. Even when you're reading a book, some novel, you page the corner of the page, you fold it and keep it. Again, next day when you come, you just open that page and start reading. Those are actually called as bookmarks. That's a technical bookmark. You are marking in that book. You are marking there. Same technique we follow even in audit. Even why I told soft copy documentation, hierarchical database management, even you follow hierarchical database management system long ago. Best example, suppose earlier in our childhood, whenever we store songs on any computer or phone, no, we download the songs or we go to some internet center, he will provide you the songs. He will provide Tamil songs, Telugu songs, Hindi songs, English songs. You open Telugu songs, old songs, latest songs. You're opening folders. You are organizing your database already. You are following an organized life. Whatever you follow in your organized life, in your daily life, same thing is applied in audit. These are not something new lessons which you're learning outrightly from the book. Whatever you follow an organized system, the same thing is followed here. Whatever a homemaker follows an organized way, suppose you go to your kitchen. If at all you're interested, go to your kitchen, ask your mom anything. She has a database of kitchen. She knows sugar is kept in which particular rack, what is the dabba number, how to count that number from left, what is the number, from right, what is the number. She exactly takes from the same place and keeps in the same place. That's called a database management system. Same thing applied in audit. A systematic storage of audit related data, a systematic storage of evidence collected data, evidence data. Always a systematic we have to follow. Now again, we are auditors office. We are auditors. You know, wait, by the way, this physical copy or electronic copy, you know how many years you have to retain after conducting the audit? As per SQC and read with SA 230, you have to maintain documentation for 7 years. 7 years from the date of auditor's report. Once you do audit report, suppose you are giving financial year 1920 audit report, you have given on September 5th. September 5th. From September 5th, you have to maintain it for 7 years. The documentation, you have to retain this. Physical copy you have to retain, electronic copy you have to retain. Okay, electronic copy will be there in the computer. Okay, nothing will happen. Physical copy, where should I store? in auditor's office, there will be a separate room dedicated for maintaining files, or there will be alamars, big alamars for maintaining the files. Whatever the files we gather, all the files will be kept. Now you see, suppose yours is a big audit firm where 7 full-time partners were there who are full-time practice. Some 70 articles were there, some 60 articles were there, some another 10 chartered accountants managers were there. You are having some 28 companies, 35 partnership firms, 350 individuals, and 500 other clients. Entire related data you will keep it in one big file room. File room will be there. You have a big file room. There will be so many racks in the file room. So many racks were there in the file room. Now that entire file room racks contains multiple files. Suppose this all 60 articles and 10 CAs and 7 partners, whenever they bring a file, they go to file room and keep it somewhere. Keep it somewhere. Again, when another partner will come, beside the file only, he'll also keep another file. No system. File room, wherever he wants, they're throwing the file. That's it. In this some rack, wherever he find emptiness, he'll keep there. Now tell me, I kept in such way 100 files in the room. Later on, I need one of that file. Do I know where I exactly kept that file? If it is only one file I kept, fine, I remember. I kept 100 files on 100 different days on 100 different occasions. How do I remember where do I kept each and every file? Correct or not? I don't remember where it is kept. I will send my article, hey, go bring A Limited file, 1920 financial year, working paper file, you bring. I told him. He went in the morning, even late night, he didn't come out. He's searching each and every rack. I went inside and asked him, what are you doing from morning to evening? You asked a file, no, I'm not finding where it is. Okay, wait. Both of us together will try to search it. It took another half day, midnight. The file was not found. Of course it is there, but not found. Why? Because you kept somewhere. Somewhere randomly you kept. Why can't you design a file room? Why can't you design some procedure? You imagine your entire house. Suppose you in your house, whatever the items you want to keep it in living room, you keep it only in the living room. Suppose you have books, you keep it in a particular rack. Yes or no? Whenever you take out the books, you keep only in that particular rack. Wherever, if at all, if your mom says you have to keep it. And whenever some groceries are bought, some items will be stored in the refrigerator, some will be stored in the kitchen. You will keep it in an organized way. Yes or no? And again, whenever your clothes, whatever were there, you keep it in your bedrooms, alamars. Are you following a systematic culture or not here? Are you keeping sugar? You are bringing some turmeric powder. Are you keeping it in a bedroom? Or a chili powder? Are you keeping it in the living room? No, right? Same thing apply even here in the file room. Let us assume this is the file room layout. This is the room layout, file room layout. This is the entrance of the room. The moment I enter the room, here there is a big file. Here there is a room. Here there is a big alamar. Here there is another big alamar. Here also behind there is a big alamar. This is the space. Here we have a path. Here we have a space. Getting it? So now these alamars, I will divide. Okay, this portion, multiple portions it has. It has multiple portions. What I will do, big alamar, I will allocate for company clients. Whatever the company that we are doing audit, all the company related files will be there here. Okay, sir, all company files will be there here. No. How you will store the files? I will store in the first rack A Limited related files. In the second rack B Limited related files. In the third rack I will store C Limited. In the fourth rack D Limited. In the fifth rack E Limited. Here I will store individuals. Individual names starts with A. Individual names starts with B, C, D. Individual names start with E, F, H, E, F. Individual name starts with W, X, Y. I will arrange it in alphabetical order. These files I will arrange it in alphabetical order. Other related partnership firms, societies, all this will be there here. In the same way I will arrange. Now this layout I wrote no here. I will type it in a computer. That layout I take a printout. Here entry door is there, no entry door is there, no. On that door I will stick that printout. Now I will send my article. Mr. Article, go bring A Limited 1920 financial year 5. He will come, look at the door. Where is A Limited? Okay, A Limited is here. A Limited is here. He directly goes straight, take a right turn, first rack, open the rack, 1920 file is visible, take out and come. 1 minute. If you arrange data in a systematic way, retrieval will be 1 minute. If you arrange somehow, retrieval will be hours, days. Are you getting it? This is how you have to maintain file room. Auditor has to maintain a file room like this. You should maintain soft copy like that. You should maintain hard copy in a particular way. This is how systematic, organized you should be. Everybody understood about documentation and auditor's file room? Kindly give me a reply. Everyone? Are you sleeping or awake? Everyone understood about this? Yes. So this is how we have to maintain documentation. Now I told no, whatever the documents that we collect, soft copy you will collect so many through mail, through WhatsApp, you'll be collecting so much of soft copy. You'll be collecting so many papers. While conducting audit, you may not have time to arrange them in an order. Because along with you, 3-4 also working simultaneously. Everyone you bring some paper, keep it in the file. So there won't be in a particular order when you're saving it. That's why after you give audit report, all the team members sit together, arrange a soft copy, assemble the hard copy, assembly of audit file. If you remember the audit plan, I told you assembly of audit file, I have given 2 days time. You know, this assembly process shall be completed within 60 days from the date of audit report. Once you complete the audit, within 60 days you have to assemble. Sir, where it is said, standard on quality control 1, standard on quality control 1, the standard says you should assemble the documentation within 60 days. And this process is called as documentation. Hope everybody understood, all of you. Okay, let me take